Today, I am joined by Tri-City Americans defenseman and the 14th overall selection from the 2018 WHL draft. It is Marc Lajoie. Marc, how are you doing?
Yeah, doing good. Thanks.
This is such an interesting time. We should be in the second half of the season, past the trade deadline, on our way to getting ready for the playoffs, but we're getting ready for the season to start. So what have you been doing over this time to stay healthy, to stay prepared, and to stay sharp for the start of the WHL season?
Yeah, no, it's definitely different. Something I'm not used to for sure. Starting the season in February. But no, I've just been training every day. Getting on the ice as much as I can, just trying to get ready for the season.
Talking about that season, let's look back on last year. You had quite a good season for a defenseman in the Western Hockey League. 8 goals, 5 assists, and 13 points in 63 games to go along with 68 penalty minutes. But for yourself, what do you think was the biggest adjustment for you to become a consistent everyday player in the Western Hockey League?
I think just getting used to the speed of the game. I mean, guys in the league are so fast and they make plays at such a high level. So being able to adjust to the speed of the game was definitely the biggest thing for me.
And I mean, you're going to have to keep adjusting to that speed as you keep moving up. So it's great to see you're able to do it at 16. And when you look at your game from last year, if you were to look at yourself before those 63 games and you were to look at yourself after, where do you think is the area that you developed your game the most?
I think, yeah, like I said, the speed was the biggest part. So I think I felt like I got faster, throughout the season just to be able to keep up with some of the top guys on other teams. That's definitely the biggest thing.
How did you work on that speed? Because I talk to a lot of guys and they say, we have forwards that talk about, I just found a way to create more opportunities. And I like to ask, well, how did you create more opportunities? What did you do in practice? So, what did you do to develop your speed? What did you do in practice? What did you do away from the rink?
Yeah, our assistant coach, definitely helped a lot with that. I mean, he had a couple guys, kept us after practice, and we did a lot of work on that. So he was definitely a big help. And then off the ice, doing some agility stuff. So stuff like that just to help.
Well, this ties in very well because we are about to see your speed on full display. I have a clip of you, and then just kind of
Yeah.
take us through this play here. What's going through your mind? Just to set the scene, this is overtime, 3-on-3. Take it away.
Yeah. So when I got the puck here, I kind of noticed that, the guys were going for a change, and then Zumak there stepped back. So I saw I had a little bit of space, and then when I saw I had a step on him, I just tried to get it on net, as fast as possible. And then when it went in, it was a relief because we kind of struggled through that month, and to get that win against Spokane was definitely big for us.
And the great thing about that goal is that, as you pointed out right there, it looks like you identified that was Zumak on defense, and you knew that that's a forward playing defense, and you just took him wide, used your size and that speed you talked about. And then again at the end, when did you realize that the goalie was going for the poke check, and did you see that the whole time?
Honestly, no. I just tried to get it on net as quick as possible, and lucky enough, yeah, I ended up trying to poke check. So, I wish I could say I meant to do it, but no, I was pretty lucky.
Well, pretty lucky. It looks like a very high skill play to me, but that's all right. You can call it luck. You're unique in the fact that your dad is a, very accomplished coach. He's been a head coach in the Western Hockey League. What has he been able to do for you to help you get to where you're at?
Yeah, no, he's been huge for me. I mean, obviously he went through the Western Hockey League for a year, so he's kind of able to prep me for that. But even since I was a kid, I mean, he's always been, putting the right habits in me and stuff, so I can translate my game to the next level.
Well, Marc, this is a big year coming up for you. Obviously, it's a weird year. It's a unique year in the fact that we're only going to get 24 games in. But for yourself, when you look at the expectations that you're putting on yourself and your team in Tri-City this year, what are those expectations and what are your goals?
I mean, obviously, yeah, I'm not too sure how the season's going to, plan out, but my goal at the start of the year was to help my team make the playoffs. I mean, no matter what. So I'm not sure what's going to happen for the playoffs for that, but just for myself, to just take on a bigger role as a team and as a defenseman on the team, and then just kind of play that role to the best of my abilities.
Well, my last question for you, I'm going to ask all you guys because we've had so much time and I really dropped the ball on this one. But over the pandemic, is there a hobby or a new skill that you've started and cultivated during this time?
I honestly didn't play much video games before this, but I kind of got into that. So I guess I'd have to say that.
Well, you know what? A lot of the guys seem to be getting into the video games. Which was the one
Yeah.
that really you enjoy the most?
Probably Warzone, Call of Duty. So
Well,
yeah.
Marc, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. It was a pleasure talking with you, and all the best as you prepare and get ready for the start of the WHL season.
Yeah, thank you very much.